where I found that the people who come from low socio-economic group and those people who can't afford basic healthcare services.
Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode on career and life lessons. And today with me, I have a superwoman. And by this, I actually mean she's a researcher, she's a hands on mother, she's a data science professional, a doctor. And now let's welcome Dr. Sonu Meher. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Shreya. Thank you.
So, first of all, from behalf of my team, it's such a pleasure having you here. And just for my viewers who are wondering about her background, let me just start with numerous accolades that she owns. So, ma'am completed her Bachelor's of Ayurvedic Medicine and Surgery in 2012. Post that, she did her Master's in Public Health in 2016 from Tata Institute of Mumbai. Then she worked in UNICEF and has worked in as project coordinators and is currently working at UNICEF and is also doing some data science courses. So, yeah, with that, let's begin with the first question. So, ma'am, can you walk us through your school days in terms of all the struggles and lessons and motivation that you went through?
Yeah, during my school days, the actual struggle, yes, we had a lot of struggle in initial days because I had admitted to newly opened English medium school where my father was giving fees by delivering tea and snacks. He's a street vendor. He was street vendor. So, but then what happened, suddenly he got some psychological issues and he didn't continue his work, so the whole responsibility of family came on my mother's shoulders. So then we got admitted to government aided school where it was semi English school. So that at that age, that this was a means a very bad experience of shifting from one school to another school because of financial issues. But then when I got routine with the new school, so I really find that the teachers in that school were really good, and they were very much motivating me, helping me in my studies. So that circle was very good. So in terms of lessons learned, I have learned lot many things from my school teachers, like choti choti magar moti baatein. So I couldn't means tell the least, but yes, there are a lot many things I have learned from my school teachers. In terms of motivation, what from where I got, or what kind of motivation I got. So what I could say, I used to be first amongst first rankers. So whenever I got means the announcement of results at the end of the year, that time I can see, means that time I was not the only person who is happy, but my teachers, my family members, I can see that proudness of having a girl who is used to be a first ranker in our school. That means that school is asset for me, and I used to be the asset for that school. That's the kind of feeling I used to get from my teachers and my family members.
Wow, so inspiring, I would say. So, ma'am, in your background, we see a lot of mix up. You know, you were a doctor, then you went into public health, and now you're working as being data science. So, can you explain us this transition? Like, why did you decide these things at specific time intervals?
Yes, as I said, we had some financial issues at family, so I wanted to be a MBBS doctor. Means even in my school days, if anyone asked me what you want to be, so I used to say that I want to be a doctor as well as I want to be a scientist. So I was not actually getting what exactly it means, but I used to say like that. So what happened when the time came for getting admissions for graduations? That that time I got few marks less that I couldn't go into MBBS, so I have to opt for BMS, bachelor's in Ayurvedic medicine. But there, how I can say, like, I started developing interest in Ayurveda sciences, Panchakarma, and I was thinking that, oh, I will open my clinic and I will start practicing Ayurveda. That kind of interest I developed for 5 years, means that during that 5 year period. But what happened when I joined my internship, means 6 months in my own college hospital, then in GMC for 3 months and 3 months in PHC, primary health center. There I found that the people who come from low socio-economic group, and those people who can't afford basic healthcare services, they struggle for basic healthcare services to get. So that time I realized that Ayurveda medicine is not that cheap to means that even if I want to prescribe or give the Ayurveda medicine for the people who are poor, even I couldn't afford it to give it for free. So then I realized, and even the scope of that practice, that one to one means I will be the doctor and the client will come to me and I will treat that patient. That's the limitation of that clinical practice. Then I realized, and I came to know about public health also, that we, with the public health, we can have a larger impact, we can have that kind, we can give that kind of services which can have larger impact on larger population. Hence I shifted from clinical background to public health. So that was the main reason. And during this, yes, what I can say, like, my experiences after public health means in Tata Institute of Social Sciences, I got sensitized about how India formed, what is caste, what is untouchability, that kind of foundation courses we received there. So that completely changed my mentality, because while admitting in the case, I was thinking that I will get good package and I will work for some multinational company, that kind of thinking, along with I will do my social service for the people. But after entering into this, that thought process got completely changed, and then I chose my first job at grassroots level at Lok Biradari Parkalp Hemalkasa, to work with the core Madhya Bone people who are residing at the boundary of Maharashtra and Chhattisgarh. So there we have developed a cadre of Madhya people itself, that they will deliver the services for their own people. So that kind of experience I had in NGO. Then at MJMS, what I found that with the means whatever the existing services are delivering by the government, if we restructure that those programs and monitor it properly, we could yield better result. And at UNICEF here, what I can see, say, like working with the public health department of Gadchirli. So here, strengthening existing government health programs, because government is the largest player in public health. That's what I can say. So in with the government, strengthening the government programs to get better results and outcomes. So this kind of beauty I am experiencing from public health.
I think, ma'am, it's very interesting what you just said. And more than that, it's such a noble thought. I mean, someone this educated wants to actually reach out to people at the very bare minimum level and helping out. So I think it's really noble of you. And moving on. So I would like to know what's your opinion of the healthcare sector in India in terms of, the work-life balance. What you just said about I would have had a high package, but so, expectations versus the ground reality. Um, yeah, job opportunities and stuff like that. Just a general takeaway based on your experience.
Yeah. So I'm hearing my own echo.
Okay, is it still pertaining? I
No,
can hear
I
you
think.
now.
Okay. So as you are asking for me, what is the current situation, means what we are expecting and what we get,
Yes,
right,
yes.
while working. yes, means sometimes I feel like even if we come with lots of mindsets that okay, I want to be or I want to work with such people who are actually working for the people, and then you start realizing that there are some fund based projects. Means here what we understood that if it is a project kind of thing, then till you are getting the funds, that project gets continued, and once funds get stopped, project gets stopped. So what we are learning here as means it should be a process, not a project. So to get means or it should be such a process that it should not get collapsed, it should be sustainable after, even after the funds gets over. So that thing is there, that project in project based system. But yes, with, as I said, from project till now I'm in the government system, so helping government. So here what I can say, at larger level, yes, there are issues of quality. Means whatever the programs are getting implemented, I feel like, oh, there is no quality in the training, or there is no quality in the implementation. So for this there should be some quality programs like we have for healthcare infrastructure, we have for healthcare deliveries also, Lakshya and was like that. These are some, to name few, these are some programs. So such we need to have such programs so that the people like me who really wants to work for the people with the great quality, so they will feel satisfied at the end of the day that okay, we are at least delivering the quality services. So this will come, but gradually it will not come, going to come at all of a sudden.
Ma'am, I really like your idea of, chasing job satisfaction at the end. You could be working for an MNC, earn in lakhs, but if you're not satisfied, that your efforts are of no use. So I think, yeah, that could be a message here for everyone who's watching this video. I would also like to ask you that I think in our country, it often happens that private hospitals and they have better services than the government hospitals. An upper class or a middle class Indian who can afford, they wouldn't rush to government hospitals. Nor do our graduates want to work in these government hospitals. So, what would you like to tell about this?
So what I can say is that it depends upon one's own interest, right? Means where they actually wants to work, but remembering that we have something to give to the society. Well, I can tell one instance that when I told my one of my friend who was looking for a job, I said you can join local NGO, or and just not for the sake of salary, but for as you are having some skills, they are requiring some skills. So both you can mutually be beneficial for each other. So he simply replied that, oh, Sonu, you are one of a kind of a girl who work for charity, but I couldn't. So it is not something working with NGO or working for people should be for charity only. We get reimbursement for that. It's not something always you have to work for free. But uh, means work they, what I can say for those people who want to work in private sector for more money or whatever the incentives they have to work for private sector, but they should see that there is a section which is there, which is waiting for them. So whatever the skills they have, if they can spare some time for that group of the people, even miss 10% or 5% of their time, if they can invest, it will be definitely beneficial.
Well said. I think, as you said, do what you want, but at the end, know where you're required. Agreed. So, ma'am, moving on to another question for the day. You definitely do many things. I can see that from your profile. So, I would like to know your tips on managing so many things. I'm pretty sure there must be some incidents where you must have felt so confused and so wired up. So, I would like to know more about
Yeah. So will you connect with? baby of 3 years old means I'm working even after delivery means I took only 3.5 months leave and then I rejoined my project and job. So yes, it's difficult, but I should be thankful to my parents. I should be thankful to my employers who actually understood me every time. So because of them only I could manage all of these things. I can tell you one incident recently. Means what I had two meetings with my public health department officials, and I couldn't cancel it. And that day, in the morning, I came to know that my daughter's caregiver is not going to come. Then it was really I couldn't. Find the solution that what I should do, and my father is very weak in managing the kids. So but then I said, "Oh, Dad, you have to do it for at least 4 to 5 hours. I will be back." So that's how he managed to look after my daughter for that day, and I also have finished my commitments.
Oh, very nice actually. Now, so moving on to the next question. I want to know to what extent this family support before and after marriage matters, and also what advice would you give to girls who don't have it? I mean, they've got parents who are very selective about their career options. Like a daughter wants to do something in fashion designing, but parents are not open to it. So they're giving you freedom, but only to make a career in science. So that selective freedom, we not completely free still. So what advice would you
Yeah.
give in such case?
Yeah. What I can say in this matter, because I got very supportive parents, but in society I have seen such parents who have this, certain orthodoxical thinking that about gender roles.
Mhm.
So yes, these kind of thinking is there, and if you are a girl in such family, then you have to start struggling with your own family, and lots of energy goes into that. Then you don't left with much energy to perform or do whatever you want to. So it happens, but what I could say for those girls, even for me it's true, sometimes it happens that we don't get that support which we want from second family, means like my immediate family members are definitely giving. So in such case what I could say, that be firm, be firm on your decision or on your vision, what you are looking for, means what you want to be or what you want to achieve. So be firm on that. Then taking the support system is building support system. You know very well that who all are there to help you, and who are all are there who are opposing you. So focus on that support system, and without harming this group who is not supporting you, and continue carry out your work, and no need to prove yourself in front of those people who are not supporting you. Even if it is your father, it is your mother, time will prove everything. Be honest, be truthful. That's what I can say.
Think very interesting again. Um, yeah, I think it's 21st century. Women can do anything that they want. Support will come on its own. You just be very sure of what you want to do. So yeah. Now moving on to the next question. Now I want to know about a day in your life. Everything, your work, your family, your child, everything. How do you go about it?
Okay, so I think I did it in the last in my last answer only. But yes, means sometimes it happens like even on holidays, my daughter used to say, if I get a call, official call, then she used to say, no, it's my time, you
Aw.
couldn't work, just keep your phone away. So like that. But yeah, means I because I work with UNICEF, I feel it's for every child, and my child also counts in that. So so I try to give means if I am here, I will not bring those family thoughts in my mind. And whenever I am at home, I will not mix, means I try to not to mix this professional thing with the family thing, at least in terms of my daughter's time, because it's her time. So But why and how I could do this, it's only and only because of my parents' supports, because they are there. I feel secure that okay, they are there to take care of my daughter. They are there even if I will get late, and they will take care of my daughter. So it's only because of them I could work.
All right, and the work is pretty much flexible. I mean, if you want to schedule something, how is your work? Is it like your work-life balance at UNICEF?
So work is like actually bumpy. It's like sometimes I feel like okay, I am handling it, but sometimes I feel like it's beyond my scope of means I wouldn't handle it, because what happens even if we are having holiday here in Gadchirli or Maharashtra, but my bosses at the Delhi office, they don't know that okay, here is holiday, or even means if we are having meeting on Monday, so we have to work for Sunday also for preparation like that. So it happens, and it's pretty tough, but yes, I'm trying to manage it and I'm getting adjusted.
Great. Also, ma'am, you have three papers under you as a researcher. So, can you talk about it more in this? Like, what is it about, and everything about these publications?
Okay, so as I said, my father was street vendor, so I have seen their struggles. I have seen what they can face or they face while working as a street vendor. So I chose my thesis topic as street vendor, and I thought if it is not get published, then it is of no use. Whatever I have done, it will be limited for me only. So I thought of publishing it, and then I started working on those papers. So while working on those paper, I started building interest in data analysis, and that's why I have done lots of data sciences courses from Coursera online. So then after paper got published, then I realized that okay, after COVID, I could see my father's life, how it got changed. So I could connect that with the other group of street vendors, and then I thought of writing a paper on impact of COVID-19 on the livelihood of street vendors, and that is how I wrote that second paper. And the third one is on the work what I have done in Lok Biradari Parkalp. So for a whole year, we analyzed 1 year data. This data was uh, something like our Madia tribe, six chosen healthcare workers were working for the people on and giving basic treatment on fever or malaria or like that. So what is the train? Because for Bhamragarh, if you will search for the studies, so we will get very rare studies, whatever the topic you want to search. So I thought it is even good to publish that paper also. So that was the reason.
Okay, so great, I think, and all the best, ma'am, for all your future endeavors. Now, moving on to the last question, what piece of advice would you like to give to my viewers?
Sorry, could you please repeat?
Yes, ma'am. What piece of advice do you have to give to our viewers who are watching us?
Yeah, what I could say, yes, there is youth who love to listen to, means even I among them, that we like to listen to others, but what I would say, just listen to yourself first, what you want to be, what where you want to be, and if you are not having great thoughts about where you want to be, or after few years where you want to go, even that is fine. Just go with the time. Don't spend your time in just, what we can say, in just I'm searching, I'm studying, like that. But do something, whatever the skills you are having, just try to give those skills to the other peoples, even that is fine, because you are practicing your own skills. So you will get definitely your own path. But if you are confused and again I can say, if you are confused, then try to see your own mental health, because even the mental health is a topic of interest for me. So
Hmm.
if you are not mentally fit, then you will not be able to help yourself, and hence you will not be able to help your society, your family, your society. So just take care of your mental health, and during COVID it's more even essential to take care of one's mental health. So just be happy, be mentally happy, be socially happy, and that's what I can say.
Yeah, well said, ma'am. So, those of you who want to know more about ma'am's journey, you want to read her publications, we'll put her LinkedIn account in the description below. Make sure you check that out. And with this, we come to an end of today's episode. Personally, one of my favorite episodes. And ma'am, what a person you are. So humble, so loving, so caring. I think all your colleagues would probably love you the most. And yeah, guys, so like, share, subscribe. And ma'am, any closing remarks?
Thank you so much, Rita. Thank you for
Okay.
giving me such a wonderful opportunity where I can express myself. Thank you so much for
Privilege is
your
all ours.
invitation.
And yeah, guys, also check out Young Stars. It's another series that is live on our channel. So go check it out. And we'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.